Hello everyone and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis. Today really a quick view to the market conditions. Let us check the 1 hour time frame related to the wealth ratio, and then let us check the 1 day one to complete the view. So what I have detected today was twice where the wealth ratio dumped. That's usually indicating that the market should lift up in short term. Sometimes that's a fake rally, sometimes like we have seen today. I mean, afterwards, after the first dump, we had this, in my opinion, fake rally. But however, afterwards the price lifted even up. In my opinion, we are almost done with lifting up, but we will see. However, the wealth ratio maintains high. Yes, um, the 30 hours moving average on wealth ratio declined, but the bottom was at 82, so still too high, and it's now hitting 88. So that's really high, really, really high. Stablecoin supply is lifting up, but we are talking about 1 billion. I received from Justin, it's one of my followers, but a good friend of mine, in my opinion, and a very nice analyst. And he sent me, by the way, Justin, thank you very much for your input. He sent me a tweet where it seems that JP just announced that they are going to shift their funds from Tether to USDC. So, yeah, as we know that Tether, it seems it's not burning any tethers. We have to see what's going to happen next, because, in my opinion, this here is not representing the conditions of the stablecoin market at the moment. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think so, but we will see. Stablecoin reserves on exchanges was rising and it's declining since mid of May. So I would say since a week we reached our peak, it seems, and since then it's really just declining. Also something that's not really bullish in my opinion. If we go to the daily one, we will see a better way what's going on here. And I mean, look at that. That's really hardcore. What's happening here? We are last summer we had a top of wealth ratio of 46, and we are almost at 50 at the moment. Many of you will say, Inspo, okay, what does that mean? More whales are sending more bitcoins to the exchanges. That didn't happen last year. Even the market conditions at the moment are, in my opinion, unique. We didn't see that in the last years. We have started a new chapter end of 2020 with this amazing bull run, and we had several weeks, a month later, also a huge um, market crash. Um, I mean, that's in my opinion the new chapter, but in my opinion that's over. That's done, and we have started a new one actually here, and that the whole rules, in my opinion, the whole market rules related to Bitcoin have changed since then. It's really hard to say what's going on at the moment. I guess new financial actors just joined the market. They play with different rules. Maybe some big institutionals, of course, sideway run. I don't see any big accumulation yet. I mean, yeah, at least not a midterm accumulation like we have seen last summer, quick accumulations. That's the only thing I'm detecting, quick accumulations, and that's usually not that bullish. 54, it's just too high. Not the same like 70 or like here we had 73. That was much higher, of course, but it's rising. We need to see where will that, yeah, if it comes to an end and it will dump afterwards, or what's going to happen. But the wealth ratio maintains too high. Flow activity. Also here, you remember we had a lot of big inflows. Yeah, just last Friday. Afterwards, we dumped. Since then, we have reached the level again over the weekend, of course. And we noticed one unique big stablecoin inflow, 150 million, while 93 million just went out from the exchanges. And even in the weekend, we have received, yeah, I mean, relatively high inflows, 1,400 Bitcoin here, then 3,000 Bitcoin here. And even today, 1.7 here, 1.6 here, 1.4 here, 1,300, okay, but 3,000, well, 2,870 here. And we have received in the last 3 hours like, yeah, 6,500 Bitcoins. Of course, we have some outflows here, but yeah, it's just still too many inflows, and someone wants to prevent to let the price go up above of 30,500. It seems it's a fact because I mean, just take a look to the candles. They pushed up, they retraced, they sold. They pushed up, they retraced, they sold. Of course, we have the same in the opposite. We can see here they sold a lot, then they stopped, they have started to buy. But look, all these candle weeks and compare that, that's amazing. Someone wants to push the price down or someone just want to distribute. That's what's happening. So let us take a look to future market. Future market, 23rd. Well, funding rate up and now declining. So indicating they are just demanding more shorts and the price, of course, is mostly following. So we can see that the market, that the price is now declining. Open interest, wow, just up. So more contracts are coming in. And even, of course, the leverage ratio indicating people are just trading, yeah, absorbing more risk. So in case they fail, they will get liquidated. Stablecoins, a lot of stablecoins also related here. I mean, we are talking here about 74 million. Okay, that's not that huge. 150 million, but at the same time, 220 million. Even here, stablecoins looks more red than green, indicating just more outflows than inflows. Um, and yes, we received a big volume of bitcoins related to derivative. My hope was, hey, cool, maybe they start now to go along with bitcoins. But yeah, they didn't just for an hour, and then they started to withdraw these bitcoins from the derivative exchanges again. Something I noticed is Binance still a little bit more longs than shorts, but we are coming closer to maybe it will flip. As as in my opinion, as soon as that flips here, um, they will start to liquidate shorts, in my opinion. Well, Bitfinex, they got more longs, so I'm not sure if they are still selling and hedging. Nothing with shorts. Bitfinex here, Ethereum more longs than shorts, and even here not that big anymore the difference, but still more longs than shorts, and BitMEX I don't care. So let us take a look here to FTX, and in my opinion we should have more longs than shorts, but we'll see. Takes a bit. Yeah, of course we have. I mean, the volume declined, but look that. I don't know. People are still so bullish. I guess the market could crash and they would still longing. That's really wow. That's really wow. And look that. I mean, that's very close to our current price, so they could liquidate them without any problems. So yeah, also related to futures, in my opinion, not looking that bullish. Who or what is driving the market right now? That's FTX, and I noticed a tweet. I don't know anymore what analyst that was, but it was a very interesting one, indicating that FTX is buying, like here, for example. I don't know if I can let me make a screenshot. Making little purchases of 0.17 Bitcoin, for example. And interesting is these guys were buying a lot, but since then, since almost we reached 30K, I would say, they have stopped with that. So we need to see what's going to happen next, because if they start to sell, they just accumulated to sell afterwards, what I have mentioned in a higher price. Okay, so no, they even stopped. They bought here the whole way down. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to sell now, just if they want to make profit with that. If that's a strategic purchase to dump afterwards, it doesn't matter. Okay, but yeah, if I take here Coinbase out and we have everything except Coinbase, the whole picture looks absolutely different. Coinbase, it's not that big what they accumulated. Coinbase is only buying, only buying. I really don't know what's happening, but only they. I I didn't see Coinbase selling. Maybe just a little bit, but they are constantly buying. I don't know how that works, but it's okay. It's fine. Um, yeah, and as you can see here, Bitcoin margin contracts shorting, while they use actually the stablecoin futures to drive the price. It looks very accurate, just if you check the patterns of the price action. Okay, you see exactly even here the peak and then down, peak, down. It's exactly the same. It's mainly driven by futures, stablecoin futures, and a little bit of spot. That's always the same thing. So I'm not convinced that we will go up just to 33, 36. They are spending too much just to cross the 30K, 30K 400. And someone is really pushing the price down every time when they try. So, yeah, we need to see. Let us take a look here to the different entities. By the way, my favorite entity have started to sell again. Or at least here we can see almost, wow, that's more. 2, 4, 6, 7,000. Huh, matches very well to what we have received to the spot exchanges. Let me check the clock. I saw the time, 14 to 16. 14 to 16. Interesting. That's so nice to have these possibilities just to check different sources, because that's sentiment and that's CryptoQuant. Of course, they all use the same blockchain, but it's very interesting. Market maker sent or had a fund flow of 2,000 Bitcoin before. Afterwards, 2 hours later, 2,800. Another hour later, another 2,000 Bitcoin, and just last hour, 2,000 Bitcoin. For me, it looks clear they are preparing again such a big move like we had in the last weeks, where they want to start to dump the price. I don't know why. I really don't know why. If they know something, we still are missing. And we can see these guys here. We have these guys here. It lifted up a little bit, as you can see, but they did it in the past several times. We need to see just if they start to accumulate. It doesn't look like. We have these guys here. Also here, it lifted up. They are selling right now, it seems, or they declined their balances at least. Even this year are not accumulating. That's why I never use this entity, because it's just between 10,000 and 100,000 Bitcoin wallets. You will find Binance, you will find some Bitfinex wallets, FTX, I don't know, a lot of different. So it's very difficult just to see if maybe whales are behind or maybe exchanges. So yeah, they dropped extremely. I mean, from 226 to 214, so indicating 120,000 bitcoins less. But as mentioned, I usually don't care about this entity. And well, those with less than 10 bitcoins in a wallet are just accumulating since last summer. It doesn't matter what price, they're never selling. I mean, they sold here, but since then they are just buying, 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 buying. Not the biggest one, but since last summer to 6, let me see, that's 220,000 bitcoins. I mean, that's not bad, but they are too small to absorb all the other ones, and that's a big problem. So, exchange walls. Let us see. Coinbase waiting at 31,500 and at 29,400, but still waiting at 28 with, as you can see, a big wall and not a long-term one. So, yeah, actually looks very interesting, because they are, if these guys would be the main market drivers, I would say, well done. That could be a nice accumulation schematic or a distribution one. So Deribit still here, look that. Nobody is talking about, by the way. Nobody. I didn't heard anyone talking about. I was reading a lot of bullish, biased tweets, what Deribit and so on is doing, but no one is talking about that here. They are just talking about that here. Make your own conclusion and tell me. And they say, yeah, they are extremely bullish because they are buying here a lot. And what's with that here? What they want to do there, if not selling? Um, I mean, we need at least to try to be unbiased and and really to figure out what's happening in the market. I don't have any doubts that they will try to buy Bitcoin at a certain price. Absolutely not. You will ever, it doesn't matter what kind of product you have, you will always find a buyer. It depends, always it depends of the price. Everything else doesn't matter. And so also Bitcoin and whatever. So yeah, maybe less of 27, it will attract a lot of people again. Maybe. I don't know. Not yet. Bitstamp. So now, Bitcoin, spot, 31.9, 31.5, nothing changed here. Absolutely nothing changed. The next, relatively high volume, it's at 28. They, yeah. And the biggest one is at 25. Bitfinex. That's Bitfinex spot. Just here. 28. Yeah, that's it. And at 32, 31.9 and 32. And it seems here as well 31.800 or something. So FTX, perp, what happened here? Looks a little bit like Coinbase. And they have here some, here at 32.5 and another one at 33. A lot of orders around, but they opened. They just removed the wall here at 29. Also interesting. Bybit, nothing. Let us take a look to Kraken. Kraken at 29.5 waiting there, and look here, a lot. Between 25 and 26.3. I don't know. I mean, it looks like they are waiting for a 25. 34.4 BitMEX. 35. Yeah, 35. And also here, yeah, I don't know why they use that. It's like Bitfinex, just using really tiny orders, buy orders. Why? I don't I don't know why. And a big one at 25. So 25, 31.5, it's always the same. Still happening. Binance limiting at 33, limiting at 31.5, limiting at 31, and I shorted here because it was clear for me they don't want to let it up. I don't know why, but and yeah, 28, but something really, maybe they will reinforce that wall, but nothing big at the moment. Bitfinex derivatives, also here, look that. Look, I mean, wow. Buy orders, sell orders, sell orders. A lot. Look what they are doing. And it changed because we didn't see that before. I don't know why they are now that active between 33 and 22. And right now between 26 and 33. Kraken futures, something there. Just here 25. And here something at 34. And if the export waiting at 22. Yeah, and 20. So, but nothing. Okay, that's it. Let us talk about my personal conclusion.